For years, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone has been famous for one thing: speed. She runs one lap around a track, jumps over 10 hurdles along the way, and still beats everyone in the world. But the news she just shared has nothing to do with running, and she says it is the greatest blessing of her life. On Sunday, the 12th of July, Sydney and her husband, Andre Levrone, told the world that they have become parents for the first time. Their daughter is here. Her name is Savannah Michelle Levrone. They shared the news with soft black and white photos. In them, the two of them hold their newborn close. In one picture, the baby is wearing a little ribbon headband. In another, the proud parents are simply holding her tiny hand. Sydney's words said everything. "Our blessing and our joy is finally here," she wrote. That one word, finally, carries a lot of weight. This was something the couple had waited for and prayed for. She also thanked everyone who supported them through the pregnancy, and said she is excited to see what God has in store for their little girl. The news did not come out of nowhere. Back in January, the couple announced a baby was on the way, sharing a photo of the baby's scan. "Made a human with my favorite human," Sydney wrote at the time. 6 months later, that prayer has a name and a face. If you do not follow track closely, here is why this matters so much. Sydney is 26 years old. She is a two-time Olympic champion in the 400-meter hurdles, and she holds the world record in that event. No woman in history has ever run it faster. But the last time she raced at a major championship, she was not running hurdles at all. At the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, she ran the flat 400 meters, one lap, no barriers. She won gold in 47.78 seconds. That is the second fastest 400 meters any woman has ever run. So think about where she was standing when this new chapter began. She was not slowing down. She was not near the end. She was at the very top of her sport, and in the middle of all that, she chose motherhood. Which brings us to the question everyone is asking: is she finished? The answer, from Sydney herself, is no. She has already said she plans to return to competition, with one clear target in mind: a fourth Olympic Games at the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028. Picture that. The Olympics on home soil. Sydney on the track. And a little girl named Savannah watching her mother race. When the news broke, congratulations poured in from athletes around the world. Shelley Ann Fraser-Price, the retired Jamaican sprint legend and a mother herself, kept it warm and simple. "Congratulations, Mom and Dad," she wrote. Alana Myers-Taylor, the American bobsleigh champion who won gold at the Milano Cortina Games this year and is a mother of two, added her own message. "Congrats," she said. "Look at who was celebrating. These are women who raised children and still stood on top of an Olympic podium." That is a quiet message to Sydney. This road has been walked before. And she is not the only track star holding a newborn right now. Beatrice Chebet of Kenya recently announced the birth of her first child, a son, with her husband and coach, Peter B. He was born on the 11th of June. "Tiny hands, tiny feet, and a love so big," she wrote. Chebet is the reigning Olympic champion in both the 5,000 and the 10,000 meters, and she holds the world record in both. She hopes to return next year, defend her titles at the 2027 World Championships in Beijing, then build toward Los Angeles in 2028. Two of the biggest names in the sport. Two babies, two comebacks, one finish line waiting in Los Angeles. Sydney's career has always been measured in seconds. This moment has no clock. Just a mother, a father, and a baby girl she calls her joy.